Shalom, my friends, from here in Israel, and happy Mother's Day. It's a day that for so many people is so happy, the most joyous day where you can mark being a mother or celebrating your own mother and recognizing so many blessings that God has given you. And for so many people, it is a day of so much pain. It's a day that highlights maybe for those who have lost children, the pain that will never heal. It's a day that for people who weren't raised with a loving mother in their life, what a loss that is forever, and how that's a pain and a wound that will never heal. And so while there are so many people who are celebrating Mother's Day today with such joy and appreciation, there are also so many people today who are hurting. And here in Israel, it's something that I feel very strongly. Today on Mother's Day, I'm thinking about my friend Efrat. Efrat and Noam were me and my husband's first friends when we moved to northern Israel 16 years ago. They were the only English speakers in the town that we moved to, and we immediately became very close. I had two young children, Meora and Liam, and Efrat, who is the most incredible violin player and plays with orchestras and is a professor at universities and is just brilliant and artistic and the best mother in the world. She had two children at that point. She went on to have five children in around 5 years, superwoman. But at that point, she also had two children. And so me and Efrat would hang out almost every single day. Me and my two children, Efrat and her two children. And those two children were named Yishai and Mia. And last Friday, we got the news that Yishai was killed. Yishai was killed in Gaza as a heroic soldier of Israel. He was married just 2 months ago. And when I saw his face when it was announced that he was killed in Gaza while protecting Israel's border, it was the same beautiful face, the same adorable face, the same humble and glorious smile that he had when he was just a little boy in diapers running around. And I look at this family who is strong and so faithful. And I know on one hand that they'll be okay, but I know on the other hand, they will never be okay. And so here in Israel, we've become masters of what's called holding hafachim, holding opposites. On one hand, feeling so broken, and on the other hand, moving on with life. This past year and a half, I've gone from bomb shelters with my children to the ice cream store. I remember not too long ago, there was a rocket right over our house. A piece of the shrapnel landed at the park down the street, and we were in our bomb shelters. And the rocket was flying and the code red sirens were blaring. We were in our bomb shelter and we heard the booms. And all of a sudden, my husband just started playing music and praying, and we were all just singing in the bomb shelter because what else is there to do? And so, what we've learned is holding opposite emotions, holding faith and also holding despair, holding joy and also holding sadness, holding hope, but also holding the feeling that it's just too much. And so on this Mother's Day, I'm thinking about all those moms who have lost a child, all those moms or women or men, all those people who never had the motherly love that they needed, that today just brings out pain and it opens wounds and leads to sadness. And so I'm encouraging you on this day, for all those who are having a hard day, for all those who are feeling the sadness more intense today than on a regular day, on Mother's Day, it highlights the loss, not what they have. I want to share with you a tool that me and my family use when we're having a hard time, when we've been living through war, when we've been needing to move on after going to a funeral of someone that we knew, someone that we loved, someone that we appreciated, and then needing to go into Shabbat and needing to still rejoice because God gave us the ability to do that. And so we had to rejoice in Shabbat, but also hold the sadness of Yishai. What we do is called Nikudot Tovot, of finding positive points. And when you look really, really close, there's always some positive points to find. That sometimes it can feel like the whole world is falling down, that everything is sad, everything is bad, everything is painful. I sometimes hear people say, I don't have any friends, I don't have any families, I don't have any loved ones, my life is horrible. And so what we do when we're feeling that sadness is find one thing in your life that you're grateful for. One thing. Maybe you have a friend who calls you once in a while. Maybe the checkout clerk when you were at the grocery store gave you a big smile and it felt really good. Maybe you have a pet that gives you lots of love. Maybe when you were younger, you had a friend's parent who believed in you. Everyone has something positive in their life. Everyone. There's no one who doesn't have at least one positive thing in their life. So on these days when we're holding hard feelings, when many people are focusing on the loss of Mother's Day and not the blessing of Mother's Day, I encourage you to find one blessing in your life and to focus on it and to pray on it and to meditate on it. And what happens is when we start focusing on the blessings in our life, even if it's really small, suddenly it multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. Suddenly we go outside and say, wow, it's a beautiful day out. The sun is shining. Thank you, Lord, for the sun shining. That's a blessing. Suddenly we go out to buy a gallon of milk and we see someone in the store who helps us and we say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for that person you sent my way to help me. Maybe we have a friend or a loved one. It's so easy to focus on what's lacking. It's so easy to focus on the pain. It's so easy to focus on the sadness. There are full industries that are based on that. You turn on the news and it's talking about everything bad, and turn on the podcast and it's talking about what everyone else did wrong, and everywhere on social media is just showing you what you're lacking, what you're lacking. You turn on the TV and you see the commercials for what you're lacking that you can't afford and that would otherwise make you happy. But my friends, you have so much. Every one of us has so much to be grateful for. We just have to open our eyes to it. And if God gave us another breath, it means we're needed in this world. And so you are needed in this world. On this Mother's Day, for those who are having a hard time, for those who are feeling pain and loneliness, I'm telling you, you are needed in this world. God gave you this breath and this life, and you're still here because it's God's way of saying this world can't exist without you. So to everyone who has so many reasons to celebrate, happy Mother's Day. And I pray that you'll continue to have the joy and blessing in your life. But I also pray for everyone who's able to celebrate, who's rejoicing in being a mother and giving their mother the love that they deserve, that you'll also remember those that are hurting. And today is a great day to reach out to someone who you know today might be a hard day for them. So God bless you. Happy Mother's Day. And remember, be grateful. Always, always, always find something to be grateful for. And suddenly you'll see that it increases miraculously. Shalom from here in Israel. Happy Mother's Day.